Hello and welcome back to Crosshatch Puzzles. We're here for another New York Times Daily Crossword Solve. Today is Thursday, June 11th, 2026, and today's puzzle is a debut construction by Nikhil Bailey. And it's a Thursday, so we'll expect a midweek, mid-difficulty themed puzzle with perhaps a tricky or intricate theme. I don't have a ton of time, so I'm going to try and get through this fairly quickly. So let's dive right in and see what Nikhil Bailey has for us in his debut for the New York Times for Thursday, June 11th. Word before baked or naked, maybe half-baked or half-naked. Pinnacles, maybe we want peaks or something like that. Could be acmes or something like that as well. Thousand blank, city that's part of Greater Los Angeles. I don't know. Blank sea, body of water that lost 90% of its volume to irrigation. Is this Errol or something like that? John of Top Gun Maverick. Is John Hamm in that? Integral calculation. Is this a calculus question? Oh, area, of course. Setups for some routers in brief. Local area networks. Is that what we want? Poker holding of 4 cards of the same suit. Poker holding of 4 cards of the same suit. Well, 5 of the same suit is a flush. It might have many sides. Oh, yes, side dishes. A menu might have many sides. So I guess flush something, maybe? Like photons, but not protons. Massless? TV journalist Spencer, not sure. Clark Kent has one. A pseudonym? No. An alter ego is what I want. So maybe this is Acme's. Alter ego. Sarcastic laugh, syllable har, like hearty har har, something like that. Barnyard producers are 7 down, and 7 sounds produced by 6 down. So I think we want cows, cows and moos here. Not secured, loose probably. Key next to a touch bar on some Mac laptops. I guess the escape key. Ocean mist. I have an idea of what we're looking for here, but not quite sure. Yes, sir, to an ancient Roman. Why 2? Yes, sir, to an ancient Roman. Interesting. Convex physical feature. Convex physical feature. A dome or a... not sure. EGOT-winning composer Menken, probably Alan Menken, who did the music for many Disney movies and other things. Furrow as one's brow, to wrinkle or to scrunch or something. Without. Do we just want sans? Arm part, maybe the ulna, the bone. Furrow. Passes out. This could be as in loses consciousness, or it could be as in sort of hands out. Not sure which. Gillette Stadium team in the NFL to fans. I don't know. It's probably going to end in an S, I guess. Yay or nay? Is that your vote, maybe? Passes out. Furrow. Oh, to knit one's brow. Yeah, okay. Passes out. Faints, I guess. Convex physical feature. Oh, an outie. Yeah, okay. 1,000 Oaks. This makes sense. To captain. Yes, sir. Captain. Yes, I see what's going on there. And the Pats, the New England Patriots. Ocean mist is what? Sea foam? Truth, veracity, or live or alive. On air, maybe? Bounded. Leapt. People one might meet at a drive. What kind of drive? A people. We want probably a plural there then. Destination for 2025's escapade satellites. Mars? Stable female. So we probably want females in a stable as opposed to stable the adjective. And I think we want mares there, female horses. A wine with an accent or a flower without one. A rose or a rosé. Okay, good. Hairstyle sported by painter Bob Ross, an afro. Lyrical works could be odes. There is no love sincerer than the love of food, I guess, George Bernard Shaw. Villainous ploy, a ruse, I guess. Chicken, if you're chicken, you're afraid of something. That's a good misleading clue. Fall short. To fail, maybe? Prestigious group of schools to an ancient Roman. So 4 league, I think, is what we want. 4 in Roman numerals is IV, so Ivy League. Test of will. Don't know. Certain Microsoft Office files to an ancient Roman. XL, I think, is what we want. 40. XL, what? Sheets, maybe? 40 sheets. Most perilous, riskiest. Yeah, that looks okay. Country that forms a tri-point border with Niger and Nigeria. I think we want Chad there. Cobra Kai, the Netflix series there. Eastern city with a famous mausoleum. Don't know. Esteemed fighter pilot, an ace, probably. Farm measures. You measure in acres on a farm. That's not how you spell that. There we go. A test of will is an ordeal. Bare amount is the least. Oh, Agra, of course, the Taj Mahal, a famous mausoleum. Eastern is weird there. I guess Eastern, I guess just barely as opposed to Western, but okay, fine. Anyway, prompts could be cues. Something you might keep tabs on. This looks like an LSD thing. Keep tabs on. Acid trip, maybe. Like blue lobsters. Rare, I guess. That isn't funny. This does look like acid trip then. Mushy side dish with fish and chips. You might get mushy peas. Lack of friction, figuratively, could be ease. Genetic communicator for short. mRNA, is that what we want? Gym units, sets, excuse me. Bargain hunters, targets. Sale items, so mRNA looks right. Your mind's eye, question mark. Optics something? Truth could be verity. People one might meet at a drive. Donors. I wanted funders, but of course donors is fine. Sailor's bearings to an ancient Roman. Word on either side of say. Never say never. Met someone, an opera goer, someone at the Met. Lana Spencer, maybe. Milky Way explosion is a nova, an exploding star. Traffic jam cacophony. Honks, maybe. Oops. I don't know necessarily if that's right, but let's find out. Had the answer. Knew. To be in Iberia, Iberia in Spanish, so I think we want ser there. Barely winning, say up 1. Flush draw, is that what we want there? Maybe this is Laura Spencer. So 100, that's C. Sea legs, so sea fog here then, good crossing there. Flu fighting org, the NIH. Olympic snowboarder Kim, not sure. Begone, scat maybe, or shoe. Excuse me, not sure which. Many a commencement speaker in brief, an alum maybe. Your mind's eye, optic what, lens? Reservations, doubt. Optic lobe, that could be. Shows up, just comes. So this does look like shoe. This looks like the CDC, not the NIH. That makes much more sense. Chloe Kim, I guess, the optic lobe. That should do it. So, really happy to have gotten that in under 10 minutes. It gives us time to go over the theme and some of the questions, or some of the clues, perhaps. No revealer here, I don't think. But we do have just these 4, I think, theme entries. The first one reads, "Yes, sir," to an ancient Roman. And so what we're doing is we're playing on Roman numerals here. So the entry as given reads "to captain," but you have to read the number 2 as if it were in Roman numerals, which would be the letters I and I. So if you replace 2 with II, you get II captain, which would be "Yes, sir," which is pretty fun. And that crosses nicely with Ocean Mist, Sea Fog at 9, which itself crosses with 25 across another theme entry. Sailor's Bearings to an ancient Roman. And so we have 100. 100 in Roman numerals is C. So if you replace 100 with C, you get sea legs. Sailor's bearings are sea legs, sort of figuratively or literally, sort of balance and comfort with being on a ship at sea. Then at 43 across, we have certain Microsoft Office files to an ancient Roman, and we have the number 40 here. The 40 would be represented in Roman numerals as XL, X for 10, and it going before the larger number, it serves as a subtraction. 10 less than L, which is 50, so 10 less than 50 is 40. So that gives you that. So XL sheets is the answer here, certain Microsoft Office files. And finally, we have a prestigious group of schools to an ancient Roman is 4, the number 4 represented by IV. Again, 1 less than 5 is 4, so Ivy League is the prestigious group of schools. So that's a pretty fun theme, and some good clues in here as well. A lot of ambiguity in the clues, slight misdirection. Arm part could be a lot of things here. We want the bone. It might have many sides, could be geometry, but in here, in this case, we actually want side dishes, as in on a menu. Passes out could mean a number of things, but in this case, we want loses consciousness or faints. Met someone is a good misdirection. If you met someone, you sort of ran into them, or you met up with them. But in this case, we want someone at the Met, disguising the proper noun here. The Met, the Metropolitan Opera, would be an opera goer. Live or live could mean a number of different things, but in this case we want live as in a broadcast. We want on air. Your mind's eye is, I guess, a sort of a figurative way of saying your perspective or something like that, but in this case we want literally the part of your mind that helps render the signals that you're getting from your optic nerve. So this is the optic lobe. Chicken is a good misdirection here because we don't want the poultry here. We want the figurative sense of this being afraid of something. Something you might keep tabs on. So they have to interpret that a little bit loosely, but tabs is often a clue that we're talking about LSD here. And so this is an acid trip. This is a good clue, wine with an accent or a flower without one. I haven't seen that clue for this entry before. Lack of friction, too, a little bit misleading. It's not clear whether we want figurative or literal here. In this case, we do want figurative friction, sort of in an initiative, as opposed to in physics. What else? Integral calculation is not misleading, but it is tricky if you're not familiar with integrals, and I even had to dig deep into my memory to get that. I'm not aware of this term flush draw. I'm not a big poker player, but that's cool. 6 and 7 down relating to each other. These kinds of things are always a little bit challenging, but thankfully I had at least some crossings to help me out there. Convex physical feature could mean a lot of things. First, you have to realize that we're talking about a physical feature on a human, and then this is not the most convex thing you could think of, but convex as opposed to concave could describe outie and innie navels, belly buttons. I'll have to remind myself who Laura Spencer is. Full one might meet at a drive. Could be a lot of things too here, but I did initially get the sense of fundraising drive. I just didn't get to donors until later. Bounded could mean a few things too. It could mean sort of contained, but in this case we want jumping, leapt. Reservations could mean at a restaurant, but in this case we want doubt. And stable females is good misdirection here. We don't want females who are stable, females who would be unstable. And this is, I don't think, intended to be misdirecting, but it was for me. I don't think of India as sort of the East personally. But that's it. That's a really good debut puzzle by Nikhil Bailey, a good theme, and fairly straightforward fill with a lot of good mix of misdirection and trivia and some good other obscure things. So really enjoyed that puzzle. If you liked watching me solve it, please leave me a thumbs up and let me know. And if you want to know when I'm posting next, hit the subscribe button. You'll get those notifications. And we'll see you next time on Crosshatch Puzzles. Cheers.